Launching a startup is a long journey with many difficulties, but it gets easier with a friend, MyCTOfriend.
Hi everyone and welcome to the CTO Tips. Today we're going to see why startup founders should consider automatic deployment. It's a techie topic, but it's very important even if you are not technical, you don't have any technical background. If you have a startup or you are building a software with a team, you should be able to manage which version is on production stage. Which means that if you have a big bug and then your developer is just leaving for whatever reason on holidays or on weekend, you should be able to move back and to deploy the previous version without asking to anyone technical with a technical background. Let me explain you with a bit of a drawing. You have your source code. I mean, you develop a software with many lines, okay. Then this source code, usually you put it on, which is called a repository, or not you, of course. Your developer gonna put it on a repository. So as a repository, we might know GitHub or Bitbucket as example. Then you have your server, your web server as example. And usually what developers do on the beginning, they bring their code and they put it on the web server. And that's not the right way to do it. The right way is to have a big button here, deploy on a website. And when we click on this deploy button, the magic happens. We bring the source code and we deploy it here, which also enable us to deploy the version that we want to deploy and roll back, move back to the previous version if we prefer, or if we have a major bug. So that's something very interesting to know, to deploy and to ask to your developer to do and to follow, because otherwise you will always run after your developer, and usually if developers need to push their file one at a time on the web server, they are wasting about 5 to 15 minutes every time they deploy a new version of the software. And it's a lot better to have a small script here, a deployment script. So now if we are talking about tool, the tool that I highly recommend you to use and that is very well known in this area is Jenkins. Jenkins is a web interface that allows any developer to deploy their software from the repository directly to a web server. Here it is. I hope it was helpful. Feel free to ask any question, and as usual, I look forward to see you inside MyCTOfriend. Bye for now.